The Trustfire MC3 flashlight. This might just be your next EDC flashlight, or it should be if you're in the market. I'm reviewing this today. So as stated in the intro, I'm reviewing the MC3 from Trustfire. This was sent to me by Henry Beeman from Torch SA. For a small channel like mine, I really do appreciate anything that I get, especially from Henry, because he always sends me the quality stuff. So I do appreciate it, and it always helps my channel grow. So thanks a lot, Henry. The Trustfire, fairly new to the South African market, brought to you by Torch SA. They are the main importers for all the Trustfires. I did a weapon mounted light review for them. Check out, link should be on top of the screen. That was for the GM23. But today this is in the normal utilitarian kind of everyday carry flashlight. As you can see from the looks, it looks a lot like a certain other brand. Let's just check that out nicely. So this, as you can see, they're going directly for a certain bigger brand, especially, well, in the world and in South Africa as well. Straight up competition for them. So, as with all my reviews, I'll be going through any special features, things that I like about this flashlight, things that I don't like, any observations, anything like that. So let's jump right in. As you know, I really dislike the unboxing thing. So it's an unboxing. But I've had this flashlight for a while. I did a mail time with this flashlight. That was about, I think, a week and a half ago. That was for the Black Friday specials. So you get a box. Inside the box, you get a lanyard for the flashlight. Okay, of course you get the flashlight as well. And you get a battery for the flashlight. It is a rechargeable lithium-ion battery. It does come with a clip, pocket clip. As you can see, it is with the bezel up configuration. So this isn't a very aggressive bezel, as you can see. So it's not like you're going to scrape your hand on it and be uncomfortable. So bezel up in this configuration, I don't mind too much. It is a one button operation. So the thinking behind this might be that if it's bezeled down inside your pocket, you might press the button accidentally, which shouldn't be a problem because this has a locked mode and a lockout mode as well, but we'll get to that now. Further on in the box, you get a magnetic charger like that. I will put on some b-roll of that because it does have a light. I just need to connect it to a power source, but you'll see the lights and you'll see how nice it is if you use it. Inside this one button control, there's a battery light indicator. So green is from 50% to 100%. Then from there you get yellow. Yellow is going to be from 20% to 50%. Then you get red, that's going to be 5% to 20%. And then flashing red, that's going to be below 5%, which means that your flashlight is probably going to die soon. So you need to get it charged. Size, as you can see, it's about this slightly bigger than palm size, which works actually nice. Because when you want to operate the flashlight, you don't want it to be too small. So with a smaller flashlight, you need to operate with your index finger. Anything smaller than this is going to be uncomfortable. You just want to get a good grip on this. So if I use my honey badger for scale, this is a medium honey badger, which fits into the hand nicely as well. So next to this, it's close to the same size, maybe slightly bigger. Good bonus with this is that it is magnetic. It has a magnetic tail. So this is quite nice as a working light if you want to work on your car, put it on the underside of the bonnet, something like that. So this is a very nice utility kind of flashlight. If you don't have a flashlight on your bra, you can just stick this on and it's going to give you a nice illumination and configuration with your magnetic tail. So now for the specs that you actually want to know. So this is a 2500 lumen flashlight with a 32,400 candela. So this means that this is going to have a very nice hotspot wherever you shine this flashlight at. So generally, to see that, you can see how deep the reflector is. The deeper the reflector, the more focused that beam is going to be, pushing up those candelas. Candelas, if you want to blind someone, it's going to shoot out a beam. So ideally for a everyday carry kind of flashlight, you don't just want candelas, you want some some overflow on the light as well. So I do like a solid beam, and then with some spill as well, just so you can see and identify in the peripheral vision side. So for that 2500 candelas, 2500 lumens, you can maintain that for 168 minutes. So for a flashlight like this, maintain a lumen count like that is actually quite impressive, but it does have a temperature control. So if this gets hot, it's going to bring down those lumens slightly, just so it doesn't overheat and then maybe burn you or burn out the LED. The LED is a Cree LED, which you do expect from any quality flashlight. Aluminium body, aviation grade aluminium. I always wonder with the construction. So as with all quality flashlights, you expect certain criteria or certain norms in the industry for quality flashlights. One of those are aluminium, aviation grade aluminium, and hard anodizings. I always wonder if there's a engineering student somewhere going, oh my gosh, it does have aviation grade aluminium. Back to the flashlights, I don't want to get too sidetracked. So getting to the battery is just as easy as just screwing this loose. There is going to be a O-ring there keeping the flashlight waterproof, which is IPX78. So this is submersible, up until 1 meter to 1.5 meters. Quite a big battery. This is a 21700 battery, lithium ion. As you can see, it is a Trustfire battery. You can get a replacement batteries for them, but they do recommend that you use their battery in their flashlight. This flashlight feels super solid in hand, which it actually is. It is 1 meter drop tested safe. I will put in some b-roll of that. So I have been tossing this around quite a bit, and then this coating is staying on quite well. It's actually not bad. But let's check out the performance of the flashlight and of the light outside. Now for the practical use and application of this flashlight. You won't be able to see this on camera, but this is on the 3 lumen mode now. This is the candlelight or moonlight mode. You can maintain this for 1000 hours, which is absolutely ridiculous. Now short press is going to bump it up. That's going to take it to 160 lumens for 16 hours. This is on 5 meters. So always test this on 5 meters and then bump it up. This is the normal defensive purposes distances that you might use a flashlight at. Short press again, 700 lumens. Now that's quite a bit of light. There is a discernible hotspot, as you can see on the camera as I move it about. Short press again, 2500 lumens. So nice hotspot, but it's balanced out with quite a nice spill, so which is actually very nice. Long press switches it off. Now let's move out. This is on a further distance. Now there's my dog. Up until that tree there, that's going to be 25 meters. To the wall on the far side, that's going to be 25 meters. Further out, right up to there to the wall on the far side, that's going to be 30 meters. Further on to the next wall in between that gap there, that's going to be 40 meters. So moving it around, you are able to see that there's a good hotspot there, good identification, good color that you can identify whatever you want. Switching this off, which is interesting about this, is in the off mode you can do a long press and it's going to give you the strobe function. So with the flashlight that I everyday carry, I've got certain criteria that I think I would want in an everyday carry kind of flashlight. So ideally I would think of the Brunei PT18 Pro as the ideal flashlight. It's a beast, it's big, you can bash someone in the head with it, use it for self-defense purposes. So with my training as a Krav Maga practitioner, we get taught to use any kind of weapon that you can get your hands on, so any kind of improvised weapon. So if you only have a flashlight with you, you can use this as a defensive tool. Keeping that in mind, that's why I actually prefer a tail switch, or thought I did. With a tail switch operation, you inherently need to use it in this kind of configuration. So if you use it like this, you can easily use this as a kubiton or a bashing type of tool. With this, you don't get that tail switch operation, you get a neck switch operation. So it works from the button there, which actually isn't a problem. This works quite nicely for everyday type of use. It's not always comfortable using a flashlight like this. It's actually more comfortable using a flashlight with a button and just using a normal grip like this, which is actually quite cool. So you saw the performance of the flashlight outside. Let's run through the modes and how to get to those modes. This, as stated, has a battery indicator. So inside of this little button, I'll put on some B-roll of that, you'll see that there's a green light shining. So that means that the battery is between 50% and 100%. So talking about what I want in a flashlight, I want memory. I want this to remember where it was last. I don't always want to go to either the max setting or the low setting, or get a surprise when I actuate my flashlight. This comes into everyday kind of use. You don't want to be blasted with 2500 lumens if you're only looking for something that fell underneath your table or something like that. So let's start from the beginning. This is probably how you are going to get your flashlight. So if you double tap the button, it's going to put it into lockout mode. So this is where if you press the on button, it's just going to flash twice, and then that's going to be it. It isn't going to come on. So double tap again. So there it comes on. So there it's on a setting, the last setting that I used. So if you press and hold, it's going to go off. If you press it once, it isn't going to come on. This is just going to flash. Press and hold again, then it's going to come on. Short press is going to run it through the modes. So, and it goes back to this very light candlelight kind of mode. So short press, it runs through the modes. Long press is going to switch it off completely, which gives you total control about what you want in this flashlight. That's all the basic stuff. Now let's get to my opinion. So as with all my unpopular opinion videos, my opinion is usually going to be unpopular, sometimes popular, not always. So my opinion about this, I quite like the more relaxed bezel on this. As stated, it isn't going to scrape your hand and bust it up, because it is bezel up configuration. I do prefer bezel down configuration though, but that also works better if you have a tail switch operated flashlight, which this isn't. So if you're carrying it in your pocket and you want to use it, you can just grab it and your thumb is already on there to actuate it, which works well anyway. This is a nice grip on it, it has a nice feel. This grip there, it's super solid. This actually stands out quite a bit. So it can be easily handled when it's wet, which I've done as well. So there's definitely no problem there. It does feel like a quality coating on it. This has an overall real quality feel, and this goes for 1,500 Rand on Torch SA's website. I do have an affiliate link with them, so if you want to support me, support the channel, you're welcome to use that affiliate link. Now I do like the magnetic charging. That's always a bonus. I do prefer just having a quick breakaway with a charger, or if it falls, it's not going to damage any micro USB or anything like that. So if it falls, it's just going to disconnect. So you don't need to worry about damaging your flashlight like that. Do you like the memory mode? Memory mode is an ideal thing. I absolutely love that. I do have other torches as well that don't have memory modes, which is absolutely annoying. But otherwise, yeah, things that I don't like. There's actually not much that I don't like. I don't know. As stated previously, this really challenged me in what I think I wanted in an everyday carry flashlight. Everything that I thought, well, I want this and it doesn't have that, this proved that it actually is better without it. So I really can't say something bad about this. I I try to get something that doesn't work for me or that annoys me. Talking about annoying, this magnet here. So I really don't trust this with my phone and this in the same pocket. I don't know why. I don't know if it does or doesn't damage the phone. Talking out of correction, but yeah, this just sticks onto my car keys, which isn't a major thing, but I just won't trust it close to any electronic devices. It's not extremely strong, but it's still strong enough to support the weight of the flashlight, as you've seen earlier. So it's not too hectic strong, but it is strong enough to do that as well, which is cool, easy to use. And that's it, guys. That was the review of the Trustfire MC3. I hope I covered all the bases and all your questions. You do get a manual with the flashlight, but if you looked or watched my video complete, you shouldn't need that manual anyway. So, would I recommend this? I think this is actually a brilliant present as well, as we're getting into the festive season. This isn't priced badly, 1,500 Rand or 1,499 Rand. This isn't priced badly. I think it's priced very well. Especially for the kind of lumens and candelas that you are getting. You do expect those kinds of numbers with a more expensive flashlight. So any everyday carrier would be super stoked to have this in their arsenal. It's not a well-known brand yet, but they are building up a name, especially in South Africa and then globally as well. So keep an eye on them. I think they're going to do some really great stuff. They are improving their products incredibly and bringing out new products to the market. So everyday carry lights, weapon mounted lights, all kinds of useful tools for an everyday carrier. So if you want to buy this for your spouse, if it's a present kind of thing, if it's a present for yourself, from myself to myself kind of thing, because you've worked hard this year, by all means have a look at the Trustfire. It's priced way below most other big name brands out there, but it still carries the Torch SA's name on it because they only bring in quality stuff. Henry won't sell you anything that he doesn't believe in, and he definitely won't send anything out for review that's going to be questionable, because it is his name that's in the firing line if this doesn't measure up. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my review, and I hope you bought some cool stuff during the Black Friday and that you shopped responsibly. Anyway guys, good to see you again. Cheers.